It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Imagine opening a salad restaurant in a world where everyone loves fast food, specifically burgers and fries. And that's exactly what the owners of Chopt did, Tony Shure and Colin McCabe. When they first started back in 2001, they had one goal, by the way, and their goal was to make salads the main dish, not just the side dish. Now, they had a big challenge. And the challenge was, how do you convince people who love fast food to really use salad as, well, their main dish? Think about it as a CEO. And they also had to do something else. They had to compete in the fast food restaurant business. A space is already tough. I mean, you had McDonald's, you had Burger King. They were battling back and forth. You had other folks that were going at it. And Chopt faced another challenge, and that was other competition that was already out there in the salad market. They had Sweetgreens, and they also had Just Salads. Now, here's what they decided to do. Despite all this, in 2017, they did see their revenue go up by 34%. What was their secret? Well, unlike many other restaurants in the salad business, Chopt focused on one area: quality ingredients. And they also had creative selections. You might call that a unique selling proposition. And this allowed them to really stand out from other folks in the market. And their success, according to the CEO, boiled down to three things. Number one, their sales strategy was to have the best location possible. They would pay the big bucks. Yeah, they had a great management team. Yeah, they had great products, but it wasn't just all about that. It was about the other areas that allowed them to stand out from everybody else that was out there doing it as well. So what's the big takeaway that you can have? Because it wasn't about the physical locations. It was about community. It was about relationships. It's about understanding the customer's needs. And then it boiled down in sales terms to having a unique selling proposition as part of their sales strategies. So they want to make people healthy, yes, but they also want to be part of a community. So my big takeaway for you from Chopt, which is doing really amazing, by the way, is three things. Inside your sales strategy, make sure you're clear with your unique selling proposition that solves the problem as part of your sales message. And then it has to have the right sales system so people not only can find you, but you can solve their problem. You do that. Yes, you may have to innovate. Yes, you may have competition. That's standard practice in these business cases, but the key becomes down to you as a CEO, making sure that sales strategy is locked and tight. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 up in a way. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. It is an honor and a privilege to be the host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Thanks for allowing me into your, living room, or maybe I'm on your tablet, or maybe I'm in your office. Maybe you're in the car riding somewhere right now. Maybe I'm on the podcast. Maybe I'm on social media. Thanks for letting me be part of your CEO Sales Huddle to allow you to grow your business, serve the people you need, and have all the resources by selling through service. With that being said, we like to start every single morning the exact same way. And the exact same way is our mantra. Everybody should have a philosophy as a CEO for their sales department. And our philosophy is focus on sales. See, our belief is if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Got to give you the why. Here's the why: because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money going out than there is coming in. So repeat these words after me. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Whoa. And then as a CEO, we also have our pledge. And our pledge is we're going to learn, we're going to earn, and we're going to return. What does that mean? Well, that means that every day you're not only just focused on giving the sales department the right salespeople, the sales department the right sales processes, and the sales department the right sales resources. You're also going to be double down focused on you learn, earn, and return. Repeat these words after me. I have to learn something new. That's you as a CEO, not them. In order to earn new revenue from current clients, we're going to service and outperform what we have. In order to get new and old clients to return. Yes, we're going to attract new folks. That's our job as a CEO. Our job as a CEO is to go out every single day and make sure that we're sharing the sales message through the sales strategy that attracts the right folks, and it's on us as the CEO. Congratulations, by the way. Now we move to, what are the objectives? Why are you here as part of the CEO Sales Huddle? It's about three things as a CEO. That's why we get together for this 15 minutes. It's about assessing the daily sales progress. Where are we today and where are we going? Every day we get a little bit better. And then number two, handle any hurdles. Just the business case we did just earlier today. I mean, what was the big challenge? I mean, how do they have a restaurant business that becomes successful selling salads? Sounds almost crazy, by the way. And third, and this is what really got them over the hump. And I want you to listen very carefully if you've never listened before. It's the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to be successful. Let me give them to you real quick. Number 1, a one-page CEO sales plan. If you don't have that, contact us. Go to ceosalesplan.com, download it. Number 2, you must understand your sales process. That's the cycle that your clients go through. How are you going to bring them in on a continuous basis? Number 3, your sales message. The sales message has to resonate with our unique selling proposition, how we're solving a problem, how we're building community. Number 4, and we have a whole segment on this, and that is the CEO Sales Dashboard. Because inside the CEO Sales Dashboard, we believe what gets measured gets managed, what gets managed gets better. And number 5, got to have that 7-figure sales team. Oh, I love that. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. So as you're watching right now, for those folks that are tuning in, maybe you're here for the first time, maybe you're here every single day, do me a favor. If you're on one of the platforms, I'd love to connect with you. Look right below the video, and put hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here is the bat signal that you hear, that you showed up, that you're in this conversation as the CEO. And for those folks that are watching the replay, put hashtag replay. It's really cool to connect with you, by the way. And for everyone else that's joining, by the way, maybe you're on one of our on-demand platforms, Roku, Apple TV, Amazon, YouTube Live. Maybe you're on one of our syndicated platforms. You can't do that. You could be listening to the podcast right now. Maybe we're in your ears. So do me a favor. Drop me a note over at I am Che Brown. Just like drop me a note. Just put at I am Che Brown. I respond to every single message. I love the comments. Thank you so much for allowing us to serve you. It's an honor and a privilege to do this. So you might be wondering, what is the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? The purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So you already know how to sell, I get it. But how do you do it faster? How do you do it easier? How do you do it with less effort? Our big why is really about sales growth. It's about sales accountability. And it's about consistency. And you may have heard this before, but in business, it's so true. Just like life, that consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do most people struggle with most? They struggle with consistency. So all we ask for is 15 minutes a day. There are 1,440 minutes in every day. As a CEO, you slow down for 15 minutes. And maybe it's part of the CEO Sales Huddle. Maybe you have your own huddle every single day with your team. Or maybe it's just you on you having a huddle with you. And in that 15 minutes, you're focused on sales. And that's why we get together every single morning. And as a result, that's only 1% of your day. Isn't that kind of cool? And we have an outcome. And our number one outcome, no matter what your goal is, our number one outcome is $100,000 plus a month. And this is over and beyond whatever you're earning today. There's an extra $100,000 that goes into your bank account because you're in this conversation around sales. We're going to talk about the CEO Sales Dashboard in a moment, but you understand that to get consistent, predictable, reliable revenue, you must have a sales strategy. You must have a sales message. You must have a sales system. And to sell it all, you need a sales team. I mean, it just makes sense and sense. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. You know, the biggest challenge people had is I had these conversations with Shay. How do I really get to $100,000? Sounds great. Sounds wonderful. But I need that type of revenue to serve those people that I've been given a gift to serve. And one of the things I suggested is we started measuring what they were doing. And I said, well, what are you measuring today? And the answer was the same answer I had, truthfully, and that was sales. Like, I either made sales yesterday or didn't. I look at my bank account, look at my Stripe account, look at my merchant account, and I measure how well I was doing. That was good, but it wasn't good enough. And it wasn't getting the results as fast as I needed. So I was working with a client, this is many years ago, and I said, well, I think there's 5 categories. Let's just measure these 5 categories. Let's manage these 5 categories. And what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. That's a philosophy we'll have. And you know what? That one client turned to many clients, and it's got the biggest results for all of my clients. So we're going to download the CEO Sales Dashboard. If you haven't downloaded it, we're going to be looking at leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. This is the fastest way to get to $100,000 a month. If you don't already have the CEO Sales Dashboard, go download it now over at www.ceosaleshuddle.com. sweetgreen.com. There's no cost. There's no charge. I'm going to open it up right now because I love to do it with you, and I love to connect, and I love sharing one area. Okay, well, that's not it. Let's see if this brings it up here. Doot. Okay, let's get me over here. Get me out the corner. There we go. And now we have the CEO Sales Huddle. There it is. Okay, that's kind of cool. All right, now let me get me a little bit out the way here. Okay, going across the top. There we go. Make that a little smaller. There we go. Going across the top, you'll see that we have days. So you look at today's date. I want you to go there now, and we're going to be looking at 5 categories: leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. Now you go and you say, well, how many leads came in yesterday? How many appointments were set yesterday? You can go do that with your team. Maybe you're filling that out right now. Maybe you broke this down by product, whatever's easier for you. But I want you to look at the offers. Today, we're going to anchor. That means we're going to slow down and we're going to anchor it in one area. And that area we're going to anchor it in today is deals. And the reason we're looking at deals is we're going to say, okay, what deals were closed? What deals are pending? What deals are hot? Let's go ahead and do that right now. So how many deals closed yesterday? And I used to just stop there and say, well, the deal closed, it closed. If it didn't close, it didn't close. And then I noticed there were some other categories we should be looking at. Now, here's the philosophy. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. So let's look at deals. And as you're looking at deals, do me a favor. Maybe you had a conversation yesterday, the deal didn't happen. But it's a hot deal. A hot deal means they're thinking about it. And it could happen in the next 10 days. Now, y'all all are different places, different spaces. So obviously, you're going to have hot. But hot means it's going to close in the next 10 days. Maybe you just need the credit card. Maybe they're signing the contract. Maybe they're sending you the ACH payment. Maybe they fill out a credit app. It could be a number of things. Could be waiting for credit to approve it. And then look at what's warm. Warm means deals that happen in the next 10 to 20 days. So maybe you have to get back on the phone. Maybe you have to meet them in person. Maybe you're going to have one last get together. Maybe there's a virtual call. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And then last is cold. Thing over 20 days. Doesn't mean we're not going to follow up. So I do believe the fortune is in the follow up, but we just recognize it's not happening right this very moment. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And I want you to hold that belief, hold that philosophy as part of your company. Now, once we do that, we're going to go now and look at celebrate wins. And when we celebrate wins, we know every day's not rainbow, cupcakes, and unicorns. So we're going to look at, well, what's working? Why is that? Because powerful people ask powerful questions, because questions stay focused. And in this life, you get really what you focus on. So we asked ourselves 3 questions. Question number 1, what are you most proud of yesterday in the sales department? Number 2, what was your biggest accomplishment yesterday in the sales department? And number 3, what do you really want to brag about? Like if I could bring you on right now and you could just brag and talk about all the wonderful things that happened, what would it be right now? No, seriously. Like I want you to tune into that right now. And then we go to the other side. And the other side is, well, the hurdles out there. We talked about that in the case study today. Everything's not going to be perfect. So if we look at the hurdles, what was your biggest roadblock yesterday? And then what is preventing you today from moving forward? And then what's the one thing that you can do that if you did it would help move your life and or business forward? It's a small step. You do small things well, you get big results. And so you do that. And what are those? And as the CEO, isn't it kind of comforting to know that you get to ask those questions, and you get to make those decisions, and you at the end of the day, it's all up to you. My message of the day is take massive action. You see, it's my belief that the universe rewards people who take action differently than those that don't. So I'm going to encourage you right now to take massive action in getting together your sales strategy. Take massive action in just showing up. Take massive action in the messaging that you're using going out to the marketplace. You do that. You might say, well, Shay, it's not perfect. Don't worry. You do that. You might say, well, Shay, wait a minute. I don't have all the answers. Here's the good thing about taking action. You can take action and you can course correct. You can take action and still be fearful. You can take action and still be unknown. But here's what you can control. There's 2 things you control. And this is not new. You're a CEO. I know you know this, but I just want to share this as part of this huddle. Is you control your mindset and you control your actions. Today, I'm going to ask you to focus on actions. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, the host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Thanks for having me in as part of your huddle this morning on your smart device, on your phone, on your tablet. Maybe I'm on your computer. Maybe I'm playing on a monitor or a TV screen, or maybe I'm in your ears and you download the podcast, or you're on one of our syndicated platforms. It's an honor and a privilege to serve you. Make it a great day. I want you to know one thing. I believe in you. You're an amazing CEO. You're incredible. And for you, today is your January 1st, and your best is yet to come. I'll see you, well, on the other side. God bless, and keep doing God's work. Peace.